So at this point, it's no secret that Forma Brands is filing for bankruptcy. And what's been interesting about that is all the information that's been revealed about Jaclyn Hill and Jaclyn Cosmetics. So in the last video I did about this topic, we talked about how when Jaclyn Cosmetics was launched, Jaclyn said that she was really proud to be the owner of Jaclyn Cosmetics.
Because it's my brand and it literally has my name on it, and that I am launching a brand that I am so proud to be the owner of, I cannot even begin to tell you. But mom, you create whatever you want. You deserve to have something of your own in this line that people know, like they are buying into a family business when they purchase from Jaclyn Cosmetics.
Which in hindsight, and with all the information that came out from the Morphe bankruptcy, we saw a document that showed that Morphe paid for the very first Jaclyn Cosmetics lipstick launch, which made it seem very possible that Jaclyn did not actually own Jaclyn Cosmetics right from the jump.
Yes, I'm currently working on something that is 100% Jaclyn Hill. I am the one that is paying for it. I am my only investor, and it is my product that I'm coming out for you guys.
But if anybody needed proof that Jaclyn Cosmetics was not owned by Jaclyn Hill, now there are even more evidence. A new document from the court hearing of the Forma bankruptcy has made its way to the public records. A list of everyone involved in Jaclyn Cosmetics in the time of filing for bankruptcy was published, and Jaclyn's name was not on that list. So it's a list of managers, controllers, debtors, presidents, managing members, all the people who are at the top of Jaclyn Cosmetics. And like I said, Jaclyn is nowhere to be found. So we already knew this. If you watched the other video I made about this topic, which I encourage you to do before watching this one, but there was a document showing that Forma is currently holder of 100% of Jaclyn Cosmetics, currently. But now we know that this was the case not only at the time of the filing of bankruptcy, but a year prior to that at least, where Jaclyn was not in any of the top positions of the brand of Jaclyn Cosmetics. And we now know this because the next document shows everyone who was in control of these positions in the last year, but are not currently on that list. So if anybody had a doubt if Jaclyn was recently replaced or bought out of the company, that is not the case, because this document shows that at least a year prior to that court hearing, Jaclyn was not in any of the managing positions of Jaclyn Cosmetics.
So the people that are coming after me and being like, how do you know Jaclyn doesn't own Jaclyn Cosmetics? Because it's right there, because the legal documents, the people that sign these documents, they will go to prison if they lie. That's why.
So if anybody had a doubt if Jaclyn has any ownership of Jaclyn Cosmetics, I think this proves that she doesn't. So there is Jaclyn Cosmetics, and there is another company that's called Jaclyn Hill LLC, and they are not to be confused because Jaclyn Cosmetics is owned by Forma and Jaclyn Hill LLC is owned by Jaclyn and represents Jaclyn. And the documents also shows that she was paid in the last 90 days before the bankruptcy, and that Forma owes Jaclyn about $1 million. There are also documents showing that a lot of money has been exchanged between Jaclyn Cosmetics and Morphe, where Jaclyn Cosmetics, the brand, received about $7 million from Morphe, which is unknown why, but on February 23rd, Jaclyn Hill and Oxygen Developments will be going to court with Forma to settle their open contracts separately from the rest of the bankruptcy filing, which is really interesting what they are going to discuss and how things are going to transpire. Obviously, we've seen how the Forma bankruptcy affects the child brands, which Jaclyn Cosmetics is one of them, but it's interesting how it's also going to affect Jaclyn Hill herself and the brand that represents her. There is something a little bit shady about the way that Forma is going about this bankruptcy, in my opinion, because Forma wanted to get the bankruptcy done and over with in 1 week, and they actually asked the judge to make the process even quicker than it was supposed to be. And the reason that a bankruptcy process is as long as it is for everyone to get a chance to get their money. The lawyer basically said that he's concerned about people at the top of Forma making some shady deals before the whole thing was over with. That's what the Forma lawyer said. And the judge was basically like, I trust everybody who is in this process to do the right thing. So the date is going to stay March 2nd. So that is going to happen soon. And I myself am following closely on Jen Love's videos about this whole thing. So if you want to know things right from the source, I encourage you to go over there and subscribe to Jen Love. She's been so amazing at this because so many people are interested in what's going on with the Morphe bankruptcy, but not that many people are going document by document and getting all the information for all of us. So I really appreciate Jen Love's work on this. But yeah, this has been the new information on the Forma bankruptcy and how it relates to Jaclyn Cosmetics and Jaclyn Hill. We learned last time that Morphe paid for the very first lipstick launch of Jaclyn Cosmetics, which is the real drama about this whole thing. But now we also know that Jaclyn was not the owner of Jaclyn Cosmetics, not currently and not even 1 year ago. And she definitely said that she is the owner of Jaclyn Cosmetics, which this needs to be addressed from Jaclyn, I think, but also I don't really think that she's going to address this. Jaclyn's preferred means of dealing with things like that have always been to keep silence, but we're still going to follow this very closely, regardless if she addresses it or not, because there have been things that were said and people deserve to know the truth. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I would love to know your thoughts. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.